Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So, you're out there in the dating world, huh? Think you're smooth as silk, charming your way into second dates like a pro? Well, hold your horses, Casanova. Even the smoothest operators can make a few missteps. We've all been there, right? That awkward silence, the accidental food in the teeth situation, mentioning your ex. Yeah, we're going there. But fear not, my friends, because today we're diving headfirst into the 5 biggest mistakes men make on dates, and more importantly, how to dodge them like a ninja warrior. Alright fellas, first up, let's talk about the conversational black hole. You know what I'm talking about? That moment when you realize you've been rambling on about your stamp collection for a solid 20 minutes and her eyes are starting to glaze over. It happens to the best of us. But remember, a date is a two-way street, not a one-man show. Think of it like a tennis match. You want to keep the conversation flowing back and forth, not just serving up your life story like a Wimbledon champ. So how do you avoid becoming a conversational hog? Easy. Ask questions. And not just any questions, my friends, but open-ended questions that show you're genuinely interested in what she has to say. Instead of, "Do you like Italian food?" Try, "What's your favorite cuisine?" See the difference? It opens up the conversation and gives her a chance to really share something about herself. Now, while she's sharing, here's the key. Listen. And I don't mean just nodding along while you plan your next witty anecdote. I mean really listen, like you're hanging on her every word because guess what? You should be. Put those phones away, make eye contact, and show her that you're engaged and interested in what she has to say. Trust me, good listening skills are sexier than a six-pack. Well, maybe not sexier, but they're definitely up there. Remember, a date is a chance to connect with another person, to learn about their passions, their dreams, their favorite Netflix binge watches. So put the spotlight on her for a change, ask engaging questions, and listen with genuine interest. You might be surprised at what you discover. Okay, next up, let's talk about the importance of having a plan. Now, I'm not saying you need to show up with a PowerPoint presentation and a meticulously crafted itinerary. But come on, guys, at least put a little thought into it. I don't know, what do you want to do? Is not a phrase that inspires confidence or excitement. Think about it. When you're excited about something, you plan it out, right? You put in the effort. Well, dating should be no different. A well-planned date shows your date that you're invested, that you care about making it a special experience for her. Plus, it saves you from those awkward wandering around aimlessly trying to find a place that's not too crowded or too divey moments. So, what constitutes a good date plan? Well, it depends on your date's interests, of course. Do your research, stalk her social media a little, not in a creepy way, and see what gets her excited. Does she love art? Take her to a cool gallery opening. Foodie? Find a unique restaurant with rave reviews. Outdoorsy type? How about a scenic hike or bike ride? The possibilities are endless. And hey, even the best laid plans can go awry, so it's always good to have a backup option or two up your sleeve. Maybe that trendy new restaurant doesn't take reservations, or the weather decides to throw a curveball. No worries. Have a plan B ready to go, so you can seamlessly transition to a new activity without missing a beat. Remember, a well-planned date shows that you're thoughtful, that you're invested, and that you're willing to put in the effort. And trust me, that goes a long way. Alright gentlemen, let's move on to a topic that often leaves us scratching our heads, body language. It's like a secret code that women speak fluently, and we're left trying to decipher with a rusty decoder ring. But fear not, my friends, I'm here to break it down for you. You see, body language can tell you a lot about how your date is feeling if you know what to look for. Is she leaning in, engaged in the conversation, and laughing at your jokes, even the bad ones? Congratulations, my friend, you're crushing it. On the other hand, if she's crossing her arms, avoiding eye contact, or constantly checking her phone, well, those are signs that she might be less than enthused. One of the most important aspects of body language is eye contact. And no, I'm not talking about that creepy, staring into your soul kind of eye contact. Just a natural, comfortable gaze that shows you're listening and interested. Think of it like a warm handshake for your eyeballs. Another pro tip? Mirroring. Now, I'm not saying you should mimic her every move like a mime in Times Square, but subtly reflecting her body language can create a sense of connection and rapport. If she leans forward, you lean forward. If she takes a sip of her drink, you take a sip of your drink. It's like a subconscious dance that says, hey, we're on the same wavelength here. Most importantly, be aware of her comfort level. Is she giving you space or leaning in close? Is she initiating physical touch or recoiling when you try to hold her hand? Pay attention to her cues and adjust your own behavior accordingly. Remember, consent and respect are always paramount. Okay, fellas, let's talk about a surefire way to kill the mood on a date faster than you can say ghosting. Talking about your ex. Seriously, this is a one-way ticket to disaster city, and trust me, you don't want to go there. Think about it. Your date is there to get to know you, not to hear a play-by-play of your past relationship woes. Bringing up your ex makes her feel like she's at a party with your emotional baggage, and nobody wants to deal with that on a first, second, or even third date. Plus, it can make her feel uncomfortable or even compared to someone from your past. Even if you're talking about your ex in a negative light, it can still give the impression that you're not over her or that you're carrying around some unresolved issues. And trust me, that's not exactly the kind of first impression you want to make. So, what should you talk about instead? Anything and everything else. Focus on the present moment, on getting to know your date, and on having fun. Talk about your passions, your dreams, your favorite travel destinations, or that time you accidentally wore mismatched socks to a job interview. The possibilities are endless. Remember, a date is an opportunity to create something new, not to rehash the past. So, keep the conversation light, positive, and focused on the present. Your date and your chances of a second date will thank you for it. All right, fellas, we've arrived at our final dating mistake, being too available. Now, I know what you're thinking. Isn't the point of dating to spend time with someone you like? And yes, that's true. But there's a fine line between showing interest and becoming a human shadow, following her every move. Think about it. Have you ever wanted something that was too easily attainable? Probably not. We all crave a little mystery, a little challenge, a little, I wonder what he's up to intrigue. And the same goes for dating. Playing it cool doesn't mean ignoring her texts for a week or acting like you're not interested. It simply means maintaining your own life, your own interests, and your own independence outside of the relationship. Continue pursuing your hobbies, hanging out with your friends, and crushing it at work. Not only will this make you more interesting and well-rounded, but it will also give her a chance to miss you and wonder what you're up to. And when it comes to communication, find a balance. Don't bombard her with texts and calls, but don't ghost her for days on end either. Respond to her messages thoughtfully and engage in meaningful conversations. But don't be afraid to let her initiate contact sometimes too. Trust me, a little bit of space can go a long way in creating attraction and building anticipation. Remember, dating should be just one part of your life, not your entire universe. So, go out there, live your life to the fullest, and let the relationship unfold naturally. You'll be surprised at how much more attractive you become when you're not constantly available at her beck and call. There you have it, gentlemen, the 5 biggest mistakes men make on dates and, more importantly, how to avoid them like a pro. Remember, dating should be fun, exciting, and a chance to connect with another human being on a deeper level. So ditch the cheesy pickup lines, listen more than you talk, and for crying out loud, put your phone away. Avoid these common pitfalls, and you'll not only have better dates, but also foster genuine connections. If you've made any of these mistakes, share your story in the comments. Let's have a laugh, learn from each other, and navigate the wild world of dating together. Until next time, my friends, happy dating!